Alright, welcome to another episode of The Burglar Report. Quite possibly the happiest little news and politics show on the internet. We're just a happy little place and we get together and just pure joy. Bob Ross, ain't got nothing on the show. I just lost half my audience saying that. Anyhow, Trump took a swift kick in the nuts today. And I'm not happy about that at all. But he took a kick so hard, it might have been a kick to the dick. I don't know. I felt it. I don't know if you're keeping up with this Trump victory news. Still got a path. But a few things have been going on since our last Trump victory conversation. Today, starting off, he lost or his case was thrown out in Pennsylvania by the state. So, had to make an appeal. Went to the federal court, Pennsylvania, within hours, thrown out. And the judge is like, some summarily, no evidence, kind of fucking legalized or legalese terms, tossed it out right away. And that one hurt, because we all know part of it, or there's a lot of lawsuits of fraud, but that's not Trump's path. Trump's path is to hold up certification process up until December 14th. And if Biden doesn't have enough electoral votes because enough states are frozen with certification, then it could go to House delegations, and that's where Trump's victory lies. Right? Well, I mean, Biden's projected to 306, so Trump needs a solid 3 states. You got 4 states in contention, 4 or 5 swing states, really. Nevada's been under the radar. I don't know what's going on in Nevada. But you got Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Those are the main ones. Arizona's in the mix too somehow. Georgia's kind of in and out of the mix. Georgia's real sus right now. But anyways, Pennsylvania thing was kind of a big deal. But he still has a shot with the Supreme Court. And that's still even a fucking longer shot. That's kind of sucks. Because if this case would have been seen by a judge, could have pushed it back another couple of days, another week, but right away, within hours, it was kicked to the curb. My boy's not doing so hot. So, I'm not going to say that, I'm not expecting it. I do expect Biden to win, but I do also going for the long shot, and that's, I'm cool with that. Biden wins, we're all fucked. Trump wins, it's like rip the Band-Aid off, I'd say. It's, might have some small clashes in the streets with the extreme left type persons. Media is gonna fucking explode. But all in all, I don't want to go under Chinese rule. I don't like the Chinese one-child policy they had for the longest time. I don't like their mass censorship, even though ours here is quite similar. I don't like how we talk about China and you disappear. If you're living in China, obviously. I don't like their fucking slave internment camps. 3 million people. Not a good country, and don't want to fucking deal with them. I want America first. And you look at Biden's cabinets, he's already lining them up. I think he's getting blasted today. I think he's even fucking talking about, was it Rahm Emanuel? I mean, these guys are all dirty politicians and freaking big oil, all kinds of... I don't understand it. But I knew that was coming. A lot of people didn't. A lot of people think, oh, Biden's going to be the answer. No, sir. He's about 10 steps backwards, but what are you going to do? So, Trump's going to have to go to the Supreme Court for Pennsylvania, which, was it Judge Alito is overseeing that jurisdiction. All Supreme Court jurisdictions have been switched around in Trump's favor. So he's still got some moves. He's still got some things. I believe Amy Coney Barrett, her district, is going to oversee Wisconsin as far as swing states go. Who's the other guy? Kavanaugh is going to oversee Michigan, more or less. Judge Roberts is going to oversee in Georgia. So you got a lot of conservative judges. Could still rule in his favor. And the whole thing with Trump is ballot fairness. I mean, that's obviously a paraphrase. But that's the precedent that's already been set in Bush versus Gore, and that's what he's going for. So the fact that that precedent has been established is where possibility. Still a long shot, very fucking long shot. But he's still got like 3 weeks to drag it out until certification. I think December 8th is like a hard line or like a mini deadline, but by the 14th, people got to be, all the electorate's got to be there to vote. And if the states, or if there's enough states that haven't certified their votes, and it doesn't put Biden at 270, then the election is, that's where it goes to Trump. That's where it goes to states for delegation. Every state gets one vote. There's more Republican states than Democratic states. That's where Trump wins. But and he pointed. He kind of, like I said, he knows what he's doing to a degree. Obviously, Hail Mary pass. But you have Kavanaugh, and you have Amy Coney Barrett. We're on Bush's legal team during the Bush versus Gore, that whole deal in the election, and you have Judge Roberts that was appointed by Bush. So you got some ties here. Not saying it's a clean win. I'm not saying I'm not for this. It's almost dirty politics, the same way all the politicians play dirty politics. But just like I said before, Trump's an asshole. As long as he's our asshole fighting for our fucking America first, our country, you gotta take what you can get. It's not my cup of tea. I prefer full frontal nudity and full frontal honesty. To be honest, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Things are looking pretty grim. Things are looking pretty dark. But to be fair, as I said before, Trump has this knack for exposing the fucking hypocrisy. All this voter fraud, all this evidence is coming out. As I said, the media they spin it, they frame it, they use legal terms in their writings, and it's all spin, and it's all nonsense. And in some cases, they just straight up lie. And they just lie to their viewers, or they're just, mostly left, but Fox 2, it's all the same shit. It's all corporate media. They're all got the same sets of owners that hang out up at the top. They're trying to look out for their best interests and their bottom line and their money. So they're going to sell you a load of shit to get you mad, to get you to keep watching, to get you to freaking, I don't know. Like I've said before, the media, I don't know why they're not talking about any of Trump's real cases, and it's like they're trying to maximize the reaction. If he does win, people are just going to be so in the dark, they're going to lose their fucking minds. And that could be for, I guess, media hype, in a sense. So I don't know. I don't know what their game plan is. I don't know if they're just trying to disenfranchise Trump support, so maybe he doesn't get any financial fucking donations or what they're doing. Speaking of financial donations, Biden has opened up his own fucking line of transition donations. The guy's not a president-elect yet. That doesn't happen until December 14th when the votes are cast. He's not fucking president-elect yet. It's only projected win. But, it could very well be. But we still have another, what's today, the 23rd? We've got another 3 weeks to figure it out. In the meantime, Trump has also finally agreed to the transition, or cooperating with the transition team. That's number 2 swift kick in the nuts for me. Okay, well, is he finally realizing maybe his long shot's not going to work out? Is he doing the old rope-a-dope? Gotcha, I'm still here. Or is he just being, a gentleman, and I'll be back in 2024? Who knows? Who knows? Hard to say. I think he could just be maybe graciously bowing out, in a sense. Because the left is, they already talking about wanting to go after him from all these legal accusations from earlier when he first got into office, but none of it will stick. It's all BS, but at the state level, maybe. If states want to get him for like New York or something, I don't know. State level, he could have some issues legally. So maybe he's playing nice. If he's out, they don't come after him. Which typically they don't come after presidential candidates or former presidents I mean, fucking Bush was a war criminal along with half his cabinet with the whole Iraq war fucking debacle, to say the least. No one went to jail. I mean, it's, you know, whatever. That could be one strategy for Trump. Nice calm transition. We're all friends. Play nicey. All right, I'll run again in 2024. So who knows? Hopefully he wins in his. Well, I mean, shit. Like I said, if he does win the contested election, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare. But I think it'll be for the better. So I don't know. Always darkest before the dawn, maybe. Or if he loses, then, you know, I'll accept that and just hope for a nice hot Chinese wife when they take over. Just saying. But like I said, Trump exposes a lot by fucking being done on purpose or just by, you know, slipping on a banana peel. His sheer buffoonery. He's exposing the fucked up situation our voting machines are in. I mean, it's across the board. People are finally waking up like, oh shit, you know, all these you have in Michigan, the 6,000 votes that were flipped. We've actually had that in the past, but the news just kind of brush over it. You have all these people, the whole fucking mail-in ballot disaster. My gosh, I can't fucking talk. That was a. I mean, that's actually still what's holding up Michigan, as potentially can hold up Pennsylvania. Is it's being ruled unconstitutional. There's something that was just fucking across the board, sending out mail-in ballots in Pennsylvania, California, a few states, and the state legislation overstepped their boundaries. It wasn't, you know, certified through some kind of amendment or anything like that. So there could be some potential issues there. But the voting machines themselves, it's coming out. I mean, you go from conspiracy theory to, you know, software technicians talking about how easy it is to hack the vote. You have these glitches where votes are being flipped, and then they're saying, no, it wasn't a glitch, it was human error. There's so much controversy in the media where it's just exposing how shitty it is. I mean, what does Canada do? They still do hand ballots, and they count by hand, and that's it. That is the safest way to vote. Not online, not electronic voting machines where stuff could be hacked by some server in Russia or China or even here in the United States. And you don't know where it's coming from because they, you know, some fucking super hackers. You have your hand ballots, fill them out, put them in a box, keep the box safe, put some guards on it, and that's, you know, if it were to be sabotaged, that's only one location, one way in, one way out, not, you know, some kind of server where there's a million ways in. I don't know. I'm not some computer nerd, but you know what I'm trying to say. So, exposure is definitely fucking bright side of this whole situation. So come next election, even come primaries, hopefully we can make some serious change to that. And you know, it's also showing us how the electoral college really works. It's not just voting, and then voting electoral college. That's already been up in, you know, people have already said they hate electoral college, whatever. There's also other steps to the constitutional process. Trump's exposing all that too. Like, hey, we can do this, we can do that, or we can go this path, and I can still win. He's a sharp guy, and he's got his, you know, he still has a path to victory. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I think he's still got a chance, but you know, coming to terms with things, maybe not. Either way, it's all good. I don't put my faith in people. I put my faith in God. So I'll continue. As long as I provide for my family, I worry about Biden getting in. I worry about fucking just massive shutdowns. That's going to cripple our economy. And that's where I'm talking about the Chinese takeover kind of thing. That's just going to be stupid. But whatever, it is what it is. We'll get through it, and you know, hopefully that's not the case. Anyways, you're still watching. Like, subscribe, share my video. Come follow me on Twitch, Burglar Report. I have some good conversations on the weekends. It's a lot of fun. I will see you tomorrow.